Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you this super pretty glowy red lip makeup look for the spring summertime. I love this look. I think having a really simple kind of base and an eye look to pair with a nice juicy bright red lip is a really flattering look for any occasion and for any weather. Of course, you don't just have to wear this in the spring summertime, but I think it's really flattering. I think everyone should have a good red lip look that they go to, and it's a great colour to pair with anything as well. I'm obviously wearing green, which should contrast it a bit, which I don't mind, but I do have a white vest top on as well, so it goes really nicely with a white top, goes well with a white dress, it goes well with any colour, and I think it can really be a great lip colour to pull out if sometimes you just don't know what to do. One thing I do love about makeup is that it can be used as an accessory, which I think is great, just like, you know, doing your hair and an outfit. If you've got quite a simple outfit and you're like, something I just want to jazz up a bit, pair it with a red lip. I think you can never go wrong. But yes, anyway guys, I'll stop blabbering. I hope you enjoyed this look and I will see you in a bit.
I'm going to start off with my Professional primer from Benefit and apply this to the centre of my face, and I'm going to mix together my BB gel and my Hollywood Flawless filter, purely because the BB gel from Clinique has a really nice bronze glow to it and the Hollywood Flawless filter has a really beautiful highlighting glow to it. So the combination together are perfect. I'm going to blend this in with my fingers and a brush, and then I'm going to use my Summer Fridays lip balm to prep my lips for lipstick.
For foundation, again, I've not mixed it up. I'm going to take my Smashbox Studio Skin 15 Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. This is in the shade 1.5. And of course, I'm going to apply it with my Beauty Blender. I think in the warmer months of spring and summer, it's definitely so much more fun to play around with your base products and the coverage and the finish that you like as well. Definitely feel like I'm all about glowy, dewy skin now, and no matter the season, but definitely in the spring, summer, I just think it looks so healthy and radiant and really effortless. For concealer, I'm still obsessed with my Radiant Creamy concealers. I just have them in a few darker shades now, just because I do have some self-tanner on, so I just want to make sure that my face is matching my body. And I'm going to take the shade Ginger to add a bit more coverage, and I'm going to take Custard just to highlight any areas on my face. I love this concealer. I just think it's so easy to use. It's really good at lasting well on my skin. I just love it. I think the shades are amazing too. And I think I prefer playing around with my concealers to give me a bit more coverage than a foundation. I just feel like I have a bit more control and I get more of a desired look with the concealers than maybe foundation, especially for like a nice everyday minimal kind of look. Now I still want to add just a little bit more brightness, so I'm going to take my Laura Mercier concealer. This is still in the shade 0.5N, which is like my favourite shade to use when I am more pale, but because I do have a bit of tan on, I'm just going to take just a small amount right in the inner corners of my eyes just to help brighten a little bit more. Again, this is one of my favourite concealers. I love the formula of this. It's just so lovely. You obviously don't need to go in with so many concealers. Don't even have to go in with a concealer or foundation at all. Just use what you like, how you like, for whatever look you want to do. To bronze up my face and give me a little bit more definition, I'm going to take my Curvy Contour wand from Clinique. This is just one of my favourite green bronzers. I love this so much. And I'm nearly all out as well, which is not good. I just think this is such a lovely shade. It's easy to use. Cream products tend to be a lot easier to use, I would say, but this just gives me a perfect amount of bronziness, but also I feel like it does add a bit of definition as well. It's not too cool toned and it's not too warm toned. It's a nice in between. But yeah, I've used about 2 or 3 of these now, and I just have to always have it in my collection. It's just such a good cream bronzer. What I like as well is that you could probably use your fingers if you wanted to, if you're in a rush. I love using a brush or even a sponge. It's very versatile. I think that's why I love cream products so much, because it's really up to you how you want to use them. I really would say I do prefer cream blushes and more of a blush look anyway. Definitely all year round, but in the more spring summer times, I really do love to add a bit more bronzer and warmth to my skin just to make me look like that golden goddess kind of holiday sun kiss vibes. But I'm going to take a cream blusher. This is the Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand from Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm. I'm obsessed with these. I'm still obsessed with the Hollywood Contour Wand as well, but I have too many cream products to choose from and I don't have enough faces to use them on, so Yes, but I love this and I think it's a beautiful, glowy, beautiful pink shade. Don't be afraid to add a little bit more blusher than you would initially think you would need, because as you can see, it blends out so nicely. I love this shade. I love the finish of this. It's just such a beautiful blusher. I do really like adding the blusher mainly to like the tops of my cheekbones, and I like to blend it on the apples of my cheeks too. But I just want it to look very lifted and flushed and sun-kissed. I do like adding some to my nose as well to give me that kind of sun-kissed, sunburnt vibe without obviously damaging my skin. Because it is a cream product, I feel like you can just blend it anywhere and everywhere on the face, and it just really melts into the skin and becomes one with the skin, which is just what you want with your makeup. I am going to add a little bit of highlighter. I am very glowy and dewy anyway, but just can't have enough, you know. And for that, I'm going to take my Hollywood Beauty Light wand in Spotlight from Charlotte Tilbury. Again, one of my favorites. Absolutely love these 3 cream products that she does. The formulation, the color is amazing. I obviously do love my Clinique one as well, and the blushes that they do I love as well, but I've used all my blushes from Clinique. I need to do a big order, I think, soon of makeup. Spring, summertime, I love using all these kind of products. I think they're just so easy to use. They're so easy to travel with as well. Not like we're really traveling, but if we can, or you know, when we can have sleepovers again with friends or something, they're just easy to pack in your bag. And if you are somebody that likes very minimal amount of product, you don't have a massive makeup collection, I think these are great to add in because you can use them obviously all year round, and they're just so easy to use. I love this shade. Spotlight, I think, is probably my favorite kind of highlight undertones, I would say. It's not super gold, but it's not really pink and champagne. I don't really like that pink champagne kind of tone. I don't mind if it's like a gold champagne, and I think that's why I love this so much. I'm really running out, so low on this. Oh no. You can see I've still got a little bit left to play with. Next, I'm going to go and just powder my skin. So I'm just going to take my Laura Mercier translucent loose powder. I really love this. It's so effortless and so easy to use. You of course don't need to set your face or use a powder blush or bronzer or highlighter or anything on the cream products we've done, unless you feel like you want to add a bit more colour or you want to add a bit more longevity to your makeup. For me, I do have oily skin, I say it all the time, but I can't just leave my skin like this for like a long amount of time. I really find it important to make sure I'm finding powders and products that, even though I want it to set or mattify or just make sure that my makeup does last a bit longer than if I wouldn't obviously set it in place, I don't want it to be heavy or chalky or cakey, and I still want to keep that nice kind of dewy glow to my skin, because obviously I've used all these wonderful products. I don't want to completely counteract what they're doing. One of my favourite powders is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I've used this so much. It's such a cult favourite and such a classic powder I feel like so many of us have or have used. You can go in with any powder that you like and that you already have, but yeah, this is just one of my favourites. Just going to take some of that in the lid. I'm making sure to blend out under my eyes first, just where I get most of my makeup creases, and round my mouth, like my laugh lines. I'm going to take another sponge, it's just a dry sponge, and I'm just going to dip it in and place the product under my eyes. A very light amount. I don't want anything too heavy under there. And I'm bringing it down onto where like my pores are normally quite enlarged and where I get quite oily. I like to look up as well because it just allows me to get right under my eye a bit easier. I'm going to take some right on my nose because my nose is so oily. So I've applied powder to the areas where I get more shiny and where my makeup tends to come off more quickly. So definitely around my jaw, where I'm resting my head or my hand or anything, I find makeup comes off a lot quicker there. And just where I get a bit more shiny, so the centre of my face and where my pores are normally quite enlarged and quite oily. You can tell that I don't look as glowy and dewy as before I powdered, but I do still have a bit of that glowy dewiness to my cheekbones, which is nice, and just to enhance a bit more of a glow to my skin, but still making sure that everything is set in place. I'll have to take my Laura Mercier translucent glow powder. I do use this more as a highlighting powder, as I've said before, but this is just so nicely finely milled and is really lightweight, again just like the normal translucent powder, but it does have more of that glittery kind of shade to it. Get some product from the lid, apply it to a brush, and just dust it on the areas where I just want to be a bit more glowy. So now I do feel like I still look quite glowy, but I know that everything is set in place and it will last so much longer. For bronzer, I just want to set that cream bronzer down a bit more and just add a little bit more warmth to my skin that we might have lost from powdering. To take my airbrush bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury, this is beautiful. It's gonna last me forever, but it's just such a beautiful bronzer. I'm just going to take it on that same brush and just stipple it on and blend it to the back of my cheekbones. I'm not too precise with this because I do want it just to be a nice all over bronze and not really a contour look. And then just to set the cream blush and again bring a bit more of that blusher tone through, I'm going to take the Cheek Leader Bronze Squad palette from Benefit and I'm going to take the shade Gold Rush. Next for highlighter, I'm going to take my Gilded Honey highlighter from Laura Geller. As you can see, this is well and truly loved. It is one of my favourite shades, one of my favourite highlighters. It's so nice. And I'm just going to take this on a fan brush, just because I think it disperses product so much more evenly and lightly. And I'm just going to feather it on the high points of my face, as always. I'm going to take my MAC Fix Plus. I love using this, especially when I have powdered and do want to look quite glowy and dewy, because I find this really helps just to mesh and melt everything so nicely together and really allows my skin to have more of that dewy look. Now for brows, I know I'm boring, but I'm going to try and mix it up soon, I promise. But I'm going to take my brow lift in Supermodel from Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm also going to, of course, use my Legendary Brow Gel in Supermodel as well. I'm a creature of habit. I don't mix things up that much, I know, but I really do want to try some new brow products, and I do know that Charlotte Tilbury are bringing out some new brow products too that I've seen, so I'm intrigued to see whether or not I prefer that to this one. But anyway, I'm just gonna quickly do my brows and then we'll be back to do the eyes. So the eyeshadow palette that I've been leaning towards for ages now is the Charlotte Darling palette, obviously from Charlotte Tilbury. These shades are just my favorite kind of go-to shades, great for daytime and nighttime. They're just lovely all year round, but yeah, I think more of that bricky kind of purple warm shades are just really, really beautiful. Something I love to do is just take a fluffy brush and dip into any of these more warmer, bricky, reddy tones. I kind of take a mix of both of them, and I'm just going to wash this through my crease and on my eye and just lightly wing it out as well. I just want a bit of warmth and definition to my eyes, especially because I feel like these tones really complement my green bluey kind of colour eyes. I just think it's a really flattering shade on every eye colour, not just the same colour as me, but I think it's such a flattering shade on all eye colours. And I'm going to take a bit more and just focus that right on the outer third of my eye as well. And my shimmer shades, it just depends sometimes what I'm wearing or what mood I'm in, but I think today I want to just add a little bit of this more purple dark shimmer in the palette. Blending brush, but it is a bit more tapered, and I'm just going to focus this right on my lash line. I don't want to bring it up too far. Another kind of fluffy brush with nothing on it, and I'm just going to blend the edges. Take the lightest shimmer shade today, the more gold tone, and just put that under my brow bone and in the inner corners, just to really make my eyes pop and look more awake. I'm just going to take my bronzer again on a really teeny tiny kind of blendy dome brush, very professional, and I'm just going to run that underneath my lash line because I don't want there to be much colour under there, but I think making it look completely bare, I don't know, I just feel like sometimes adding a bit of bronzer just to warm that up is just what we need. Put on my eyelashes and add mascara, and I'll be right back. My lips, I'm going to take my Boldly Bare lip liner from MAC. The lipstick, I'm going to take a red lip. This is from Estee Lauder and it is in Persuasive. This is the red lip. I really love it. I think it's a really lovely red. I do really like the finish of it. It is more on the matte side, but it doesn't feel really drying. But I think I am going to go in with a gloss because I just love a really juicy, glossy red lip. For that, I'm going to take my Fenty Gloss Bomb in Diamond Milk. And This is it with more of a glossy finish. You don't need to add it. If you don't like it, you can just blot it and reapply a bit more of that lipstick and you'll be good to go. I really love this look. I think it's perfect for any occasion that you might have in the spring, summertime. Hopefully when we can go back out and be with our friends and family, if you have a garden party, a pub garden, anything like that, I think it would be perfect for. And it's just a great look to have and to pair with any outfit. I think it's so versatile and it's good for every day or more of an evening look. If you guys did like this look, then please let me know in the comments, give me a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell and all of that good stuff. And I hope you have a lovely day or evening wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.